The morning of April 19th, 1995, started like any other weekday morning in downtown Oklahoma City. A beautiful sunrise in the middle of the heartland foretold nothing of the events of the day yet to come. My sister, Gwen Logan Sears, was there, along with many thousand other Oklahomans whose lives were changed forever on this fateful day. This is her account of experiences on April 19th, 1995.
It was a beautiful morning, and I can't tell you though what was going on before, or even my drive into work, other than it was a beautiful day. We'd been at work about an hour, and I don't know what I'd done for that first hour. I honestly don't, but there were the moment, of course, is very vivid in my mind. I worked at an attorney's office downtown Oklahoma City, 2 blocks south of the Murrah Building. I sat at the front desk, and right at 9 o'clock, there were 2 attorneys standing at my desk and talking about I don't know what, when suddenly we felt this horrendous concussion, and we were at the top of this building, of the First Oklahoma Tower, which is 32 stories high, and we took up the top 2 levels of that building, and so at the top of that building, feeling that concussion, and then basically that building just kind of wavered back and forth about 2.5 times. Had no way of wrapping our brains around what that was, what caused it. We just stopped and looked at each other, and one of the girls finally said, if that was our building, she said, there's no way out besides a helicopter. And she took off for the stairs. She just took off for the stairs and just left the building. I don't know where she went from there, but the rest of us just kind of all gathered together and looked at each other and finally walked over to the windows, and black smoke just filled the sky, covered the sky. All the paperwork, we even joked about, oh my word, all the paperwork, somebody's losing, they're going to have to redo all that paperwork, And then we kind of gazed over to the north and could see the building. We had the backside vision of the building. I feel fortunate about that, because at the time I don't know that what we would have thought of if we were to see the front side of the building, but we could see the backside and could see straight through all the windows. Windows, of course, were gone. Within just minutes, my phone was ringing off the hook, and a family member from every person who worked in my office was calling through, is so-and-so okay, is so-and-so okay, and we had everybody accounted for. There was about 15 or 16 of us in our office, and I had everybody accounted for except for one attorney, and even my own mom calling in. She lives 4.5 hours away, and calling. Within minutes of this happening, she knew and called me, and I think that sticks with me, just how I was lucky. I felt blessed that I was able to answer every one of those calls and say, you know what, they're here, they're safe. Trying to get everybody in an orderly fashion and get out of the building, down the stairs, and then we had to go through our underground parking garage, which was a little scary. And so being underground with this 32-story building on top of you, it was just very scary trying to get out. So we got in our cars and trying to get out, and they were saying, get out of downtown, hurry, don't get on your cell phones. And they had all these streets blocked off and emergency vehicles everywhere, and just trying to get out of town, actually out of downtown, was rather scary and hard, because they had so many roads blocked off and cars are trying to go everywhere. And I remember finally making it home and just feeling so alone. And of course, all you could do was watch images of that for days, and we didn't sleep for days after that, and we didn't go to work for days. And but I do remember when they finally let us go back to work several days later, and driving into work on I-35 that morning and seeing all the cars. Just, there was not one car that didn't have their headlights on. That was kind of the word had gotten out, turn your headlights on, and remembrance of those that were lost or those who we didn't know, and just as a show of respect. And I don't think there was a dry eye that whole day. Just trying to move forward and knowing that, everybody was having such a normal day, and such a good day, and somebody could just so easily come along at any second and take that away for no good reason. Families were able to support other families. the way that the people who showed up in droves just to go and help at the Murrah building, to help in other volunteer situations. It just showed how much Oklahoma, the kind of caring people that we do have, we're going to take care of our own, of each other,